stranger. Still don't know my name.
Hi, Euphoria fans. Welcome back to Tori Talks TV. I'm Tori.
And I'm Dr. S.
In this video, we'll be discussing Euphoria Season 2, Episode 5. This episode is called Stand Still Like the Hummingbird. And Rue did anything but stand still like a hummingbird in this episode.
No standing still.
How crazy was this ride of this episode?
It was the most intense episode of the year so far.
I felt like she was going to wake up from a dream. There was so much going on.
I thought she was going to die.
Yeah, it really could have gone anyway.
She really could have, I know.
Well, it starts out with Rue's mom basically saying, we know about this, and who told her? Jules. So it's intervention time, basically.
When you heard Jules' voice, though,
my heart dropped.
I didn't even realize that I heard Jules' voice. I just knew that it was an odd voice. The one that said, I flushed it down the toilet. I feel like I kind of understood it the way Rue understood it. Like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, how mortifying. She didn't even know that Elliot and Jules were there when she was
listening to the whole thing. Her mom's like, good. Like, have them listen. Like, let them know what you said. Because she said horrible things to her mother and Gia. And Gia...
Oh my gosh.
That broke my heart for her.
Know.
And it was really hard to watch. And like, you know, you just see Rue go through the mood swings of, I hate everybody, F you, to like, I'm so sorry, Gia. I'm sorry, crying.
When she calmed down and then it kind of slowly rose again, my heart was pounding.
Yeah.
I felt so much for the family.
Yes. And
gosh.
And let's talk about Zendaya being the best actress ever in the whole world, ever.
Seriously.
To exist. She was great. She's really got me, and I can't imagine doing those scenes and having it be, because it's like you're really watching her go through this, and if I was the other actors, I would be crying legit. Like, I'd be like, oh.
Seriously.
Because it's so intense and real.
I know.
When she acts. It's not even acting, in my opinion.
I know. Did you watch the little behind the scenes at the end?
I didn't.
Well, it was really nice because the actress who plays her mom said that she went up to her after each scene to check in. Like, they checked in with each other because it was so intense. She wanted to make sure, and all of their scenes are, like, in all other episodes, too.
Yeah.
They always check in afterwards to make sure that they're okay. Like, oh, did I hurt? Did I pull you too hard? You know, because it's really intense, and they're, like, sweet. Physical.
There is a lot
I really
of
like
physicality,
that.
too. Oh, my gosh, that's so sweet. So I had a really... defeated moment when she's talking to Jules and just saying, like, we are done. But for Jules just to keep saying, I love you,
I know.
just brought me back up, because I was like, oh my gosh. And then she Rue did get to kind of get out her frustration with her, like, that was, you left me and you're the worst thing that ever come into my life and blah, blah, blah. But Jules, I was proud of her for sticking to her guns. She cried, but of course she would cry. And then Elliot, you could see the guilt just all over him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like he said that was not my place, and he left, and you know, she's blowing everybody up basically, right? And just destroying everybody's life, kind of, right?
I felt bad for him, even though he was so much a part of this happening, because she would have found a way to do the drugs whether or not he was around anyways. Yeah. But I feel like he felt so bad because he was complicit in it. Yeah. He didn't realize how bad she is.
How could he know?
No, he didn't know.
How bad, how deep this was. So when she was agreeable to go to the ER, I felt so relieved. And like, why was I must have felt like her mom and her sister, like, good, okay, we can finally take her there and get her to rehab. Yeah. I should have known that she was going to escape. And she did. She just gets out of the car. There's that whole traffic scene. Everything about this, it gave me a headache after I watched this episode, because it was like,
I was having a nervous breakdown as she was like playing like Frogger crossing roads, like, like running across the street, stopping. I couldn't believe that she was doing that.
And then she ends up at Cassie's house.
Best scene ever.
Blows that up.
That was amazing.
Okay, but I halfway expected Maddie to just go over and grab her throat and just have it. It was kind of like a processing, like, I want to kill you, but you're my best friend.
With her nails? Yeah. Why was I mesmerized by what Maddie was doing with her nails?
It was like
was she gonna was it gonna get all horror flick on us? Yeah. With Cassie?
But Cassie kind of smiling through tears, but like, what is she talking about? She's an addict. And Rue having no remorse about it. And then there's Lexi, and then the whole thing, and then you just kind of see her run up the stairs, and then it's back to Rue. But all I'm thinking is, what's happening? Is she killing her up there? So, again, just going house to house destroying people.
Yes.
Fez.
Oh my gosh.
I think I was the most upset by that. I know I shouldn't be, but I absolutely love Fez. We all do.
Yeah.
He's the beloved Fez. Everybody loves Fez, by the way.
Yeah.
Have you seen
my
critics
gosh.
talk about him? Like, everybody I know, they say Fez is their favorite character.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
But
yeah.
she goes there, and he just lets her in because he thinks this is just Rue, but no, this is Rue withdrawing.
Yes.
Rue
Extra.
withdrawing is not okay. So he has to throw her out of the house, and I know he didn't want to do that, but she can't go in there and be stealing
medication.
Yeah. His grandma's medication.
That's terrible. That's like, well, there's many all-time lows, but that is a very...
This is it.
That's super low.
We witnessed
and he was pretty chill about it, considering.
Yeah.
He was like, no, you gotta go.
Yeah. He just kind of threw her out, which I totally get.
Yeah.
But then, okay. Then there's the whole cops chasing her scene or sequence of scenes. She causes a crash. She crashes a party. She jumps on a grill that's on. I mean, it's like all bad.
It was so sadly but comical at the same time. It was like a slapstick
falling in the
movie.
cactuses.
Oh my gosh. And then the cops fall on it too.
And they take forever to get up.
That was so funny.
Yeah, it was funny. But it's just like, I couldn't wait for this to end because it's just too much. And every time something else happened, I said, oh, okay, she's going to wake up from this OD, right? This dream that she's having. No, it keeps going. And then she ends up at Laurie's.
Okay, scariest character ever.
Right, the one that has the very dreamy voice and the very slow mannerisms, but terrifying because of it.
And she's never been angry in her whole life.
I don't think I've ever been upset.
Wow.
You crazy kook. But she takes care of Rue, but I was never going to buy that because she gives her the morphine intravenously. It's all a mess, and that was scary, and that didn't look right. I don't think that was a good technique.
She wasn't trained, I don't think.
Well, first of all, you didn't go intravenously. That would be find a vein and go in. And I saw a vein. You could just No, she went in, like, intermuscular.
Well,
like, it wasn't...
Did you notice the comment that she made about how women always have something?
That was gross.
And then when I saw her all locked in,
that was gross.
I thought, is she trying to sell Rue? Like,
well, yeah, because she
have
said
her pay her debt that way.
Yeah, she said if you mess with me, if you screw me over, I'm gonna sell you to people or whatever that will do really bad
I thought
things to
Euphoria was taking a turn, and all of a sudden, that's where Rue was gonna be.
Yeah, she cleaned her up, gave her her fix, let her sleep, and then locked her in because, well, that's her prisoner now because she knows that she can't pay her the money.
She owes her money.
Yeah,
and she's gonna pay her debt in sex trade.
Yeah, because she broke into those people's house. Don't forget the break-in. How could I forget that?
Gosh.
Steals jewelry and cash, and then gives it to her. And Laurie's like, "I'm not a pawn shop. You can't pay me in jewelry." It was all
so
bad.
Twisted. It was so twisted.
But she escapes Laurie's house somehow and ends up, I guess, at her mom's house. She does, right? Back home.
I think we were to believe that that's who's coming through the door.
Because she says, Rue?
Yeah, but there's no confirmation.
Yeah.
But I hope so.
I hope so, too. But where do you go from here? Rue, please stop it.
Because she's still going to be in withdrawal once the morphine wears off.
Yeah.
Right?
I want them to do a legal 2K, which is where they take her against her will. Please, for everybody's sake, get her help. Somebody. Do it against her will. I don't care at this point.
Because she's far gone.
She's bad. I will tell you that the scene when she's reading the eulogy, I guess, of her father's service was really heartbreaking.
Oh my gosh, I know.
She kind of, when Elliot had asked her in a previous episode, oh, is that why you started doing drugs because your dad died? She's like, no, I was messed up before that. But I think it definitely exacerbated
it had
it.
to,
but
for
she doesn't acknowledge it. Like, no, that just happened.
Right, because she hasn't processed her grief at all.
At all.
Well, isn't the whole thing, too, doesn't she have some type of condition where the panic attacks, I think that's real, but I remember from...
Like OCD.
Was it something, though, in season 1, maybe one of the first episodes, where she stops herself from... Like, she stops her own heart or something? Like, as a young person. Like she realizes that when she stops her heart, she gets that moment of release. And then I think through the drugs, she's been, like, recreating that.
Yeah.
And it's related to her like, mental, like, her anxiety disorders and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
I know. This is such a mess. I don't really know, but... It was
rough.
I'm still trying to process it. It was a really, really, it was hard to watch, and it was...
And beautiful at the same time. That just, the visuals this season are just to another level.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I just don't know what she's going to do, especially if they flushed all of Laurie's stuff down the toilet. Did that really happen?
$10,000, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, somebody's got to be able to spot her that $10,000. Maybe
Fez?
Yeah.
I, of course, went to
Her
Fez.
friends.
Oh,
they
got
like,
money,
pool
right?
money,
Maybe
get it
Maddie's.
together. Like, the good thing she didn't take the 50,000.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Thank goodness she had that smart idea to not go crazy.
I just, I mean, look at that. She did go crazy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where you go from here. I guess that's what's so fascinating about the show is you just can't predict. I couldn't predict that was going to happen.
For it to go that deep and that hard, now we got to go back and talk about things like Lexi's play and Kat and
Cassie, and now Maddie knows about.
So trivial compared,
Yeah.
but I want to know still.
Well, yeah, we have
Of
to wrap
course.
this
Yeah,
up.
we didn't see what happens with Cassie
Oh my
and Maddie.
gosh. Well, I saw previews for next time, and I feel like Maddie's plotting Cassie's death, and then whatever she's gonna do to mess with Nate, and I don't know. But
It's a lot.
Is it bad to say I'm excited to see what happens?
No, it's so exciting.
I did see the actress Sydney Sweeney, who plays Cassie, on like a Tonight Show appearance, and she said that they were shooting a scene where Maddie wasn't very happy with her, and the actress accidentally broke her toe.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, so we're gonna get some physical stuff, or did it just happen to be she stepped on her toe? I don't know, but kind of made me excited for what's gonna happen. I don't want to see violence, but I want to see how this is going to play out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes. Okay. What did you guys think of this episode? Because I don't know how to articulate how I felt because it was just all bad. But yeah, please let us know below. It was a good episode, but it was
so
all
good.
the scenarios
Yes.
were rough. Yes. And then please like and subscribe while you're there, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Stranger.